Hello and welcome to our short series in Satisfactory. If you don't know, this, say hello, is Artemis. He makes a regular appearance in Puppy Cam, don't you, bud? Oh, face palm. Good boy. So in this little mini-series, we're going to be taking a look at our old build, which was created in the experimental stage of Satisfactory. Now that Satisfactory has moved over to 1.0, we're going to create a new save and smash out some new builds, which we're really excited about, including Artemis. Ooh. Isn't that right? Oh, yes, good boy. So to start it out, I'm going to hand you over to Past Me. He's going to take it away. Now introducing our main two other builders on this world. We have Auntruthsbeard and Raven, aka Tiger here. Say hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, let's just get to it. So kind of where we started out in the green fields. And then eventually we decided to transport everything to our final base location for this world that we currently have. We are currently standing on top of, what do we call it? The cube, is it?
The cube. Yeah.
Let's go with that.
So we called it the cube.
When you see it, it makes sense.
Yeah, when you see it, that's very true. I suppose we're going to Hypertube Terminal from the main junction over here. Off we go.
I love this.
So this is the Hypertube Terminal.
Yeah, you did really good work on this.
This was one of my babies, but we can get back into a little bit of what it is, because we are going straight to the shooting star.
Woo!
All right, get ready to crash.
Yeah, hopefully we don't crash here, because we haven't seen this update in a little bit. Oh, we're all here, surprisingly.
That's good.
Okay.
Right.
This is our little baby called the shooting star. Coming down here. You absolute nuts. We look up?
Look up.
Oh, look at that. It's a thing of beauty. The central junction for chaos.
And then you look down.
And then you look down. Oh, yep. Oh, nice. Look at that. The pillars
And then,
going all the way through and up. It's just beautiful.
And we have the beautiful glass floor so you can see, and it's got a nice pretty pattern to it. And then we have our lights in a sci-fi contemporary it's an art installation.
It really is an art installation. Look at this thing.
So it's like nice coming through.
Just decided to go nuts, didn't you?
And then we have some nice ceiling natural light coming through the daytime.
Yes.
And then, but the terminal's very, it's giving Star Warsy, which Orion did the design of the...
I did the design of these terminal junctions.
Love them.
Mind you, they could have been a little bit more finessed, but we've actually made this upon a whole circle. So there's, obviously you have all the little bots, which make it feel a little bit more alive. Checking in on all the different sections of this build-up. Traffic jam there. Bots are all going nuts and doing their thing. But yeah, that's one thing that we really liked putting in here, is making things feel alive. That was one of the main goals here. So yeah, Raven did a lot of effort with these roof lights. Also creating the whole like circular platform structure. Yeah. Just you did such good work here.
Thank you. I love the fact, like, okay, so when you were doing the tube cannon shooting thing,
hypertube cannons.
Thank you. When you were doing the hypertube cannons, and it was like, well, what if we just flew out? And it was like, well, okay, well, we should have some sort of terminal or something to put it all together. And it was like, okay, well, what if it was a star, and then we have it in a star formation and it just shoots out, and then that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it became literally to everything. So we have Truck's original go. It says Truck's original try. We've got unlimited power. Star Wars reference. For our nuclear station, we've got the space elevator, which is located at the original base, which we will show you. Hypertube exchange, classic return tube. to the Hypertube Exchange, which takes you everywhere. In case beam steel production, we've got the station steel. It should be like steel station, but anyway. Station, Treetop Sanctuary. That's a good one as well. We've got Peter Incorporated over here.
Oh my God, there's a part of me that now I'm outside looking up at the space station that I want this to be like directly underneath it because it's just slightly off.
Oh, that would be. This is the OCD we're talking about with Raven here. We'll move a 50-hour build for the sake of like.
Yeah.
Lining it up with the design of it. Was there interesting things that you found while you were creating this that were difficult or?
Yes. So figuring out the glass bottom with the amount of clipping, and you can even see as you're going around, some things just don't match up. And I think that's because if I'd started off with, because you can put things to the grid or something.
Yes.
And
so by the way, one thing that we should have done that we didn't do from the beginning. We built this entire grid off of a grid that we made up because it looked pretty on where it lined up, not because we snapped it to the grid. So we failed the first thing. So everything that you see connecting up to here all had to be adjusted in the final stages because we did not clip it to the grid. But we made it work.
So basically, there's a lot of things that I want to add into the shooting star, like inside having something that looks like queues or a ticket place. Because
yes.
I feel like the corporation here, you're stranded on a planet and you have to work to survive, but they will make you pay for transport.
That's funny. Ticketing office at your workplace to pay for transport.
Or just something. I feel like there's some things that they really do well looking after the employees, and then other things are just incredibly exploited. But at least I've made sure that there's entertainment. Like, we can do a thing later on my place, but we have the cinema, and I mean, you have a pool, so we look out for each other.
We do.
But, we do. You know what we should do? We should just, okay, it's not done yet, but the
You want to do the hypertube back in? This is another part of this creation. So every time you would come in from another location, say over at the Treetop Sanctuary, you launch yourself, and then you got these nice little lily pads that we created. That were sort of like green goo lily pads to save yourself from dying. But we also wanted to make it practical with everything that we did. So these hypertubes lead back to the Hypertube Exchange where you can get anywhere. But we also wanted to be faster than just like using fuel or jumping around anywhere. So that was our main goal, is making the travel actually efficient and pretty at the same time. So let's go through this little hypertube. This goes all the way back.
It needs some work still.
Oh, look at that. It's half done, but here we go. Here's the like hyperspace little area.
I know.
It's absolutely beautiful. Going back into the Hypertube Exchange. Oh, there you go. Hello.
There's another thing that I realized, that with the shooting star, the way we were doing it was because of the directions of things. It's very much like a compass. So everything that is, when you're like, oh, I need to go to this area, it would be where it is on the map. Facing that way.
Most of these things are pointing almost directly at where we need them to go.
So this was one of my favorite areas, where you have the massive cube and shooting star, and you could just come to the lake, and if you want, you can go for a swim. And then just over the side here is a nice little bench and a table for you to just to sit on the bench. And
I love that. Look at this chair and table. How about
chair
that?
and table. This was when I first figured out how to do the chair and table, and then I made the cinema.
Yeah, that's nuts. And then you can observe.
You can observe, and this is just a nice little where you go and have your lunch break, you know.
Who knows, maybe in the next build you'll be able to deck this area out with new and improved recreational area.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Cool.
Well, this area was nice.
And then I really love, I love that we planned it around the big lake, and then I love just looking up underneath this thing. It's just so massive and magnificent. I love coming into the center of it.
Oh yeah, this is pretty cool. This is your absolute baby.
And I love like looking all the way up. And
Like
just,
look at that,
spinning.
all the way through the shooting star, right to the like. This is beauty and efficiency. Like I
I
think.
want it to be like pretty and ultimate power.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. And you definitely created that.
Yeah, that was fun. And then I just love the quick little wee.
Oh, yeah. Then you can get up to the top real fast.
Yeah.
Now, this is efficiency over anything else because obviously we've got clipping through the floor. Oh, no, we don't.
And the
That was
plan
perfect.
was to have out here like structures that looked like a little market out here. So
Yeah.
but you know what the most painful thing of this entire section was?
What?
Not actually the floor or anything. The most painful was the ramps.
The ramps. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Give us a.
This worked out really well. I was actually pretty happy with that. Getting these to line up to each other and be side by side, beautiful. And I just, had some fun with that. And like how it came upwards. The other side to match, awful. So, like it, because of the it just wasn't matching up. I finally got these two together, but to get the third one,
So you can see that it's not really fully complete. That's okay. And then we just have like a little road barrier saying nope.
that's actually been something difficult with figuring out how to put things together that aren't meant to go together
Yeah.
to make them work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love also just there were some things that we started out being like, oh, this is a good idea, and then you build it, and sometimes like, actually this is a better idea, and you just build on it and you change things, and
Yeah.
the fun bit is also the improving upon.
Yeah. So I suppose on that, we have the fact that the cube, what it is now, is way more complex than it used to be. Pretty much it used to be a cube. This was just a base platform with two massive rooms. So just to the walls there. You can kind of see what it looked like over here. And then, we just sort of expanded each room going, this is great, and then made the whole storage facility. And yeah, but on top of it, these living quarters, which we'll discover now, is another element to which we thought was super fun and practical at the same time. Now, all these hypertubes down here link up to every single person's house, and everyone was able to customize their 3 by whatever it was completely to whatever they wanted. So yeah, we've got every single person who's been in our server has got their own room.
I love the signage, just like all of this with the arrows and then just the organization of it.
Yeah.
Beautifully done.
Like the small details, like you can use the hypertube to then be popped out here, and then you look at the different section and you go, oh, okay, this way to this person's place. So if you wanted to find anything, it'd just be there. So if we go to the right here, we'll go to my one first. So going across here into Orion the Hunter.
Right.
Inwards we go,
Whee!
up and around, nice little hypertube thing. And in we pop.
That looks so good.
This is the home section. And as you come out here, you have the grand hall with an O down the end, because why not? Now, for lighting's sake, it's actually quite light at this moment to do this, but it's okay. So coming through here, you can see all the reflections would look really, really nice in the nighttime. So I'll show you some nighttime shots of that later, but this is just the build. I just kind of started off with trying to make it as grand as possible. Ended up changing these sides, but it's still good at the same time. I think one of the things I learned with this was actually how to customize and make lighting efficient. So that's really what I learned in here. Making lights really efficient and really beautiful, but yet practical and not overwhelming. So spreading things out was good. Also putting, little signs above these little ledges here along the outside. So let's just go for a little walk, shall we? Coming into the storage loot area. That's the first door. This is practical and easy to get in. So you'd have your hazard storage boxes, your medical storage boxes, and over here we'd have just the extra personal loot. But one of the funnest things that I wanted to do was pop one of every single item in the game along this display bar, as you can see here. And as it gets to nighttime, they glow a little bit more.
It looks
Cool.
so good.
Yeah, so all of them are kind of there and just on display just for some fun. And then up top we had power slugs because I just like to hoard them. They look pretty instead of actually using them. Up here is the practical bed. But yeah, as you can see, it's mainly to do with lighting and how I manage that to make a more pretty build, more feeling like home.
And how to, I gotta say, like, and how to make a wonderful, like, throne.
Yeah, and how to make a throne. That's
It looks awesome. Because wait, isn't that like when you sign off, you sit there and 'cause you sit.
Yes.
It looks so good.
This is where I go. Before I log off, I run up here onto this like neat platform and I face this direction and sit. So when we were transferring saves to each other when we didn't have like a server up and running, the other people who'd want to work on it would then work on it. And if you went into their sections, you could see them sitting on the ground. So that was a little bit of fun to make it feel alive for everyone still. Yeah,
Lord Emperor Ryan, I have come with you with a plea.
Yes,
We
minion.
need more Sam.
We need more what?
Sam. Sexy alien matter.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. We need more sound. We love it. Well, thank you for sticking around with us today. We hope you might have picked up on a few things to help you with your own builds. And we look forward to seeing you in part 2 of our experimental save on Satisfactory.